Perfect weather for flight out of nice Côte d'Azur, don't you think? We're on runway 22 left, and we're cleared for takeoff. Taking off in 737 MAX obviously requires more speed and a longer runway than a single-engine prop plane. But luckily we have some extra tools at our disposal to make the job a little easier once we're airborne. For starters, the auto throttle manages engine power to maintain a target airspeed, while the autopilot keeps us on track with navigation. When I give the word, you're going to execute a straight-out takeoff. After you complete the initial climb, I'll take the controls. But first, check the FMC to look at our reference speeds. I've already typed in all the necessary data. Rotation speed, or VR, is at 129 knots. I'll call out when we reach it. V1 is the speed under which you still can cancel your takeoff in case of a technical issue. V2 is the speed beyond which it is safe to take off even under a technical issue. Take a look at the PFD now. Once we hit VR, you just need to initiate a gentle rotation by pulling back on the yoke. The flight director is represented by a magenta crosshair on your PFD. Stay aligned with it for an optimal takeoff attitude. Next, let's review the thrust levers. As you can see, you have 2 thrust levers, one for each engine. One thing to be aware of during takeoff is for both engines to be stable and at the same value. Once you've made sure of that, you can press the toggle button to let the auto throttle take over. Now, let's monitor the engine parameters. On top of the MFD screen, you can see the engine's RPM. Make sure that they are always at the same level. Whenever you are ready to take off, go ahead and remove the parking brake. Okay, we're ready to go. Apply half forward yoke, then gently move both thrust levers to 40%. Once you see that both engines are equal and stable, press the toggle button located underneath the main handle on the thrust lever. On the center line. Rotate. 80. Positive climb. Gear up. Now stick to your flight plan by following the flight director until you reach 1,000 feet above ground level. Then, activate the autopilot. You can now engage the autopilot. To do so, press the autopilot command and level change buttons. Now set flaps to 0 degrees. Well done, but there's room for improvement. We're on course for a visual landing approach into nice Côte d'Azur. Auto throttle is going to handle power management, so our main objective is to control the pitch to stay on the glide slope. Look to the right of the runway at the 4 colored lights called Poppy. They'll give feedback to stay within a 3-degree glide slope all the way down. If the Poppy shows 2 white lights and 2 reds, then we're on target. 4 white lights mean we're too high, for red means we're too low. At 20 feet, pull back on the yoke to kiss the runway, but be careful to avoid a tail strike. You only need to use the yoke when you want to make attitude adjustments. Alright, as long as auto throttle is on, the speed will be automatically managed. Just keep making small adjustments to pitch and roll as necessary. See the screw on the dash above the PFD? Use that as a guideline to keep us centered on the runway. Close to the threshold. Now shift your focus down to the end of the runway. Listen for the computer calling out, retard, then set thrust to idle.
300. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps.
Approaching
too low,
minimums.
flaps. Too low,
50,
flaps.
40, 30,
too low,
40,
flaps.
10.
Time to flare.
Flaps. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps. Too low, flaps.
Now return the yoke to neutral. Spoilers and auto brakes are activated. That was excellent.